Major news on the Melbourne Storm front, Buzz. What has Craig Bellamy decided to do?
Yeah, great story. We've just broken it on our Telegraph website. Craig Bellamy has agreed to a new long-term contract at Melbourne Storm. It will be actually signed tomorrow, and there'll be a press conference to announce this tomorrow afternoon. Huge news for the Storm. An interesting contract, though, in that it could go 5 years, it could go longer. He has agreed to coach for the rest of this year and for next year, but there's no certainty after that. But if he doesn't coach after 2022, he will go into a director of football role and appoint his own man as the coach.
So what you're saying, when you say it could go 5 years, that the final three of those five are actually as a football club director.
Well, he's uncertain, Kenty. At the end of next year, he might have won another comp, having too much fun, getting on great with the players, handling the stress, might keep going. But if he's had enough, he'll bring someone in and he'll sit over the top.
But the yarn is the Storm have got their man, because we know the Broncos, they were at the negotiating table heavy duty with $1 million a season or more, was it, to try and... Well, they were talking 10-year deals.
Cronulla went there too.
Yeah.
They wanted him to run there as their head of football.
It was this time last year, the Broncos tried to do a joint announcement with Kevy that it was a package deal, but they just went with Kevy because Bellyache knocked it back. Yeah. Then Cronulla came in big time in the off-season, but I'm told Bellyache rang Dino Mezzatesta over the weekend to tell him he's staying.
Phil, you've spoken to Bellamy, and he's obviously been at the club since 2003. The sustained success and stability he gives the Storm is probably unrivalled in the modern game. Why did Bellamy decide to stay at Melbourne?
Oh, look, next year is his 20th year, and only one man has done more consecutive years at an NRL club, and that was Wayne Bennett. He did 21 straight at the Broncos. And I think he's staying there because he just loves the playing group, and he still sees challenges without Cameron there, without Cooper there, without Billy there, how he's rebuilt this side and done it really well. Recruitment, Kenty, and hoops is a really, really important story because Storm have got Pappenhausen, Brandon Smith, Jesse Bromwich and Nelson Asofa-Solomona off at the end of next year. So they're basically free agents in November. But this Bellyache staying is going to help in those negotiations.
Oh, no question. It's an incredible record when you think the only year that he's missed the finals was the year that they got pinched for the cap rorting and got docked of all their points. Aside from that, it's a phenomenal achievement. You can see how much his players love playing for him and what a tight-knit group it is. Who does he keep, Buzz, out of those players? Can he convince the Hectic Cheese to stay? Because he's the one that all the others have got earmarked as a target.
Yeah, look, now they've let Finucane go and not got into the big money battles with other clubs. I wouldn't be surprised they could keep all four. And I think that was the long-term planning to do that, to ensure they could
They'll
keep...
have a plan for that, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll have a plan
They don't stuff around. They don't muck up recruitment.
The one thing Melbourne do really well is they have their succession planning all mapped out. So, respectfully to Finucane, in Melbourne eyes, he's at the end of his career. He's in for his last contract, so he goes for the big dollars, which is right. But Melbourne didn't really get in and offer him anywhere near market value. They made him I don't want to say a token gesture, but they made him a gesture out of respect to what he's done to the club, that they didn't want to offer him nothing. But by the same token, it was never a deal that was going to keep him because they've already got the next guy coming through. But what they've also got is the likes of Smith there and Harry Grant there and Asofa-Solomona and Bromwich, those guys who they still want to keep, who've still got a lot of football ahead of them. So they've got that ready to go in their cap already.
Smith's your natural lock there.
Smith's already worked out, ready to go. So, and this is just the icing for them now. This just says to the players, we are serious about still winning more premierships. We've got the guy that's going to take you there, and then we're going to come in with an offer very soon.
Just quickly, I don't think there's a more successful sporting franchise in the country. You go through AFL, you go through A-League, you go through any sport. No one has been in the finals, what is it, 18 out of 19 years, missed out once. 9 grand finals Bellamy's been in. He's won 5 grand finals but had to give 2 of them back. No one's done that, any sport.
And here they are again in 2021 at the top of the NRL tree.